Good morning, everybody, and happy Monday to you. Let me know if you guys can hear me because my feedback is sounding a little off for me. So I'm gonna turn this up here and see. Can you guys hear me? Okay, let me know. Let me know if you can hear me this morning. I see Brittany here, Juju's out here, Rhonda's here. It's good to see you guys this morning. I'm hoping that my sound is okay. But okay, good. Sharon's here. Good to see you, Sharon. I was just thinking about you this morning because we have an awesome topic to talk about today. Is there joy in AI? Listen, the I know that this is not a typical topic that we like more entrepreneurial, if you will, or business related that we dive into on the show. But my purpose behind this is that I was closed off to something and my mind was blown this past weekend. And I'm going to get into that and how blocking our joy stops joy. Okay. If you're closed off to experience joy in different things for whatever reason, guess what you're not going to do? You're not going to experience joy. So we're going to talk about that coming up here in a few minutes. I also have national days to talk about and birthdays. It is National Haiku Day, you guys, National Haiku Day. And I wrote a poem for you. You ready? Waking up with joy isn't always easiest. Watch Project Joy live. Hello, hello. The next great American poet over here. Okay. It's National Haiku Day, so we're going to talk about that coming up here in just a few minutes. What else do we have going on? I want to talk about what's bringing joy today. So please let me know in the comments what's bringing you joy this morning. Biggest things bringing you joy, or what brought you joy over the weekend. I know it's boom, done. It's happening. It's happening. What's bringing you joy? Let me know in the comments. I'd love to tell you what's bringing me joy this morning. First of all, I'm real joyful that my microphone is working because typically I must have something turned off on my mixer, but typically I can hear myself to make sure that the sound is working in my mic, but can't this morning. So really glad that you you guys can hear me okay. Also, couple things bringing me joy. So some of you saw that I participated in the Wealthy Healers Conference this last weekend. Whew. All I can say is if you didn't get your ticket, you may consider going and getting the VIP ticket after the fact just to listen to the recordings. It was so powerful. And the truth of it is that so this is my second year doing it. It's run by Shiraz. It was his grand idea, but he this year he partnered with Lisa Brewer, who's an amazing intuitive and helps people with their social media and stuff as well. Shout out to them for putting on an incredible conference. Each talk was incredible, but I had the opportunity to participate in the VIP workshops that happened on Saturday. And my mind, like, you guys, my heart was opened, my mind was blown because this is a conference for healers. It really speaks to me in that more woo-woo way, and it was just so good. Things about your business, things about connecting intuitively. The last workshop of the day, I cried so hard in the exercise and didn't even realize I was crying. When I came out of the meditation that we did, my shirt was soaking wet. Like I had no idea how much it had affected me in the moment. So huge joy this weekend. I had clarity in my business. I had a great time as one of the speakers, and I had big breakthroughs in my personal subconscious and all of that as well. So it was perfection. Something else bringing me joy. So I've been following Kiki Nelson, also known as Plantiful Kiki, on Instagram for quite a long time, really a couple years, few years. I had first learned about her when I came into the plant-based world, vegan lifestyle, and she follows the high carb, low protein, or not low protein, high carb, low fat version of the plant-based diet. And she has lost 70 pounds, and her partner in her weight loss program as high carb Hannah has lost all that weight as well. And so our doctor and I were talking about a method called the 50-50 method the last time I took the kids to the doctor. So basically you do half your plate in non-starchy veg and half your plate in starchy veg. And so at any rate, she has amazing recipes, and she finally came out with a book, and a paperback book, and I got the ebook, and then I took one look at it and I'm like, I have to have this in hand. So I went over to Books a Million and grabbed her new book called Plentifully Lean. Kiki is amazing. She's a mom like me. She's an entrepreneur like me. And she's also vegan like me. And so it's the recipes are so good in this book, and so it bringing me a lot of joy to go and get that. We got to go out and go to the bookstore yesterday, and that was a lot of fun. So I'm really excited to dive into that. And I'm about to be having some potato hash browns, or otherwise known as home fries, this morning, that look so good, and I'm excited to have that for breakfast today. So that's bringing me a lot of joy. Also, our topic today is bringing me a lot of joy. I got to play with the chatbot this weekend, and my mind is blown. That's all I can say. Poor Brittany. Had to listen to me go on and on about it this weekend, because I was so my mind was blown, you guys. Okay. We had a whole moment but it's going to lead into our topic today, I promise. What I want to do first, though, is talk about our national days, and then we'll get into that as well, the topic today. I was trying to see if nobody put what's going on good in your life this weekend or today. No, I don't see any joy in the I see lots of people talking, but no joy listed. So let me know, and we'll come back to it at the end. All right, so let's get into our national days today, and then we can talk about our topic. In the world of national days, I told you guys that it is National Haiku Day. Haiku poem is typically written with 5 syllables, 7 syllables, 5 syllables, and then you have a little poem. Typically, they have more visual and emotional type words than my little haiku that I read you guys before. If you missed it, it was waking up with joy isn't always easiest. Watch Project Joy Live. Mine is a more straightforward haiku and less of those feeling words. It's also National Cheese Ball Day. Now, typically, you guys know that I'm vegan, so I don't talk a lot about some foods that I wouldn't eat myself, but I have made some delicious plant-based cheese balls that are incredible. So I say, get yourself a cheese ball, plant-based one. If you need a plant-based cheese ball recipe, let me know. I'm your girl. And if you have a regular one, that's fine too. I don't want to hear about it. You can have it with crackers or whatever else. Let me know if you like cheese balls, because I think they're delicious. So that's amazing. It's also National Ellis Island Family History Day, and I love this because I sort of became the unofficial genealogist in my family, and my dad has actually done a lot of work on his side, and I did a lot of work with my mom's side, and I learned about my family coming over here from Sicily, Italy, on my mom's side, and so it was really cool to see those records, to see the Ellis Island records, and to see, the records as they were settling here in the United States. And it's just really cool. It's a cool experience. And so From 1892 to 1924, Ellis Island served as the busiest inspection station for millions of immigrants to the United States. On this day in 1907, officials recorded 11,747 names passing through Ellis Island. It was the busiest day of immigration in the station's history. During all of 1907, officials processed over 1 million immigrants to Ellis Island. Isn't that incredible, you guys? Such a cool thing. If you raise your hand if you've ever been to Ellis Island, the Statue of Liberty. Let me know out there. I've been to the Statue of Liberty, but I've never actually been to Ellis Island, and it's on my list. And now that I live up here, I think I'm going to be going because it's such a cool experience from what I understand. So very cool. Anyway, and I'm excited about that. So let me go see. Look who's here. Lauren Harris is in the audience, you guys. Happy Monday, Lauren. I saw you getting your gym on this morning. Do you go to the gym every day? And how do you find the consistency for that? I am consistent in a lot of things in my life, but I'm getting better. That's all. That's all I'm gonna say about that. Rhonda said lots of garden work done. Feeling the results in my body. Feels good to have worked. I love that. I love that. Okay, so Brittany said kind of struggling to find the joy so far today. So I will say my bed is bringing me joy, and that's okay. That sometimes that. And that's what I mean, guys, about finding the joy in a minute, in the moment when we talk about that on this show, because we've said that, right? And me and Brittany talk about this all the time. You're not always just handed joy on a silver platter. Like, here, go enjoy it. Sometimes you got to look for it. And if you're struggling to find it and the bed feels good, then damn, that bed is bringing you joy. It's a good thing. It's a good thing. And this is the moment I need a bell, like Lauren Harris. Boom, boom. But I think about that all the time, Lauren, actually. Rhonda said, is a cheese ball even food? Is it cheese? Yes, it's cheese. Yes, it's cheese. It's food. Like, you just make it into a ball, and you usually roll it in, like, some people roll it in like nuts or like a what do you call it? Like dried fruit and things like that, and then you dip your crackers. It's so good. I love a cheese ball. All right, listen, we're gonna have a quick break, and we're gonna come back, and we're gonna talk about our topic for today: joy in AI. This is gonna be a lot of fun because it's going to set the tone for the rest of the week, and we're going to dive into what happens when you block your joy. You can't experience it. Okay. So we're going to be right back after this to talk about that, and birthdays, of course, as well. So if you're celebrating a birthday, let me know, and I'll see you in a minute.
Breakthroughs are about more than you might think. They're about discovering who you are, digging deep, reaching to the core of your soul. They're about healing yourself, understanding your beliefs, creating a ripple effect. And it's not just those initial moments that matter. It's about using them to bring more joy into our own lives and the lives of others. It's about having fun, letting loose, enjoying every moment life has to offer. It's about finding a safe space. It's about creating connection. Join us each and every day for exclusive programming, special events, and a community to call home, where we invite you to explore, change the way you look at and live your life, and go beyond the breakthrough. So we ask you, are you ready? We'll see you online at thebreakthroughshow.com.
Welcome back to Project Joy Live. Today is Monday, April 17th, 2023. We're officially more than halfway through the month of April. I don't know I don't know what's going on this year. I'll be honest with you. Rhonda says, "Oh, I was thinking of those orange balls that you get in those big plastic containers. Those are cheese puffs, and no, cheese balls like those yeah, no, that's not what these are. This is actual, yeah, no." Susan's joining us this morning. Good morning. It's good to see you today. Brittany said, "I love when my grandmother used to make cheese balls so good." Some of us have memories of little things like that our grandparents or our parents used to make, and it's a cool thing. I got to get into our topic today, which is joy and AI. Hang tight, you guys. We're going for a ride. So, I let me backtrack and saying I started hearing about AI and people really leaning into it, AI, artificial intelligence, okay, and these things that would write copy and stuff for your business. I started hearing about back a couple months ago when Canva they did a conference or something with new things, and Canva came out with a lot of different ways to use AI on their platform. And I'm going to be honest with you. I didn't like, this is something that apparently people have been like talking about for a long period of time, but I typically was staying away from it because I was completely closed off to the idea that this could be a good thing at all. I don't like the idea that humans can be replaced. I don't like and just hang with me a minute, okay? If some of you are super big AI fans, don't come at me in the chat. Just give me a minute here. And if you're closed off like I was, give me a minute. I didn't like the idea that humans could be replaced. As a person who prides herself on being very creative, I was closed off to this because I was like, I don't think it's right that it's pulling information from, like, it's taking like creativity off the table. I just didn't like the idea that the humanity was being taken out of things. And so I really, honestly, I must have had my fingers in my ears for the last couple of years and going la, 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 because like I said, didn't even become super aware of that it was a big deal until like a couple months ago. And so I had a friend of mine this last week post a screenshot on her Facebook that showed her asking specifically ChatGPT, which is a chat bot, a question about her business, and the chat bot came back with some pretty funny things. It came back with some things that were accurate and some things that were not. And so I was like, okay, what's the harm in me just looking at it? And first of all, I was blown away that I was even open to trying this, because I've been like, no, this is a bad thing. Even when Michelle Risa was on Beyond 2D with Farron and I and Caldwell Williams this last Tuesday, and she brought up AI, even in that show, so this was less than a week ago, you guys, I was literally la, 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 la in Jessica land. Don't want to talk about it. Don't want to hear it. So I don't even know what opened me up to wanting to even look at it the day that I think it was Friday that I did. But I was like, okay, let's do it. And the first thing that I typed into this chat bot was, why should people watch the Breakthrough Show Network? And it came back within seconds with this long paragraph, like several paragraph response that was the most perfect thing that I've ever read. And I literally took a minute and I was like, what just happened just now? Like, I'm talking about, I typed it in. I said, why should people watch the Breakthrough Show Network? And like that, literally second, it's all there in front of me. And I was like, okay, this is something interesting, because it literally came back and responded in a way that I would hope anybody who has ever watched the Breakthrough Show Network would respond with those exact reasons. I was completely blown away. So I said, okay, I'm going to play around with this a little further. Um, and I kept putting in different prompts, different. And now, mind you, I've never used this. I don't know the proper way to use it. I don't know anything. But immediately, I'm like, this is just a really cool thing. Like, because if I'm feeling stuck, and if I put in information of like, okay, I'm trying to find out, um, you know, ideas of what I could have for dinner today. You could literally put that in. You could literally put that in. What should I have for dinner tonight? And it will come out with it. I also took a minute and I put in, my kids are really into Minecraft, and my son loves to build Minecraft mods that are like extra things you can have in Minecraft. And I said, create a concept for a Minecraft mod built on vegan principles. Not kidding you. It came out with a whole thing, literally laid it out. The, I'm not kidding you. Like my mind was completely blown. So I'm sitting here going down the rabbit hole like I do and processing this and going, okay, I was really closed off to this, and why? Why was I closed off to this, and what are the benefits and what are the challenges that I see? First of all, I think Michelle mentioned this last Tuesday. Literally anything on the planet could be used for good or bad. Um, Anything on this planet can be used to move us forward or create a stagnant situation. Um, and this is no different. This is one of those things where this could easily be used in a way that is not appropriate. This could be used as a way to come up with content and then not take any not and then take credit for it when it's not yours technically. Um, and it could also be used for amazing things, because in my mind, I'm like, now I'm out of this place of stuckness. And that's all I thought of in the moment. Okay. So then on this conference that I shared with you, I went to the Wealthy Healer conference this weekend, and I spoke in it on Friday, and I had on Saturday gone to the workshops. There was a workshop on AI hosted by Ronnie Tsunami, who was amazing. He blew everybody's mind, and he showed about using AI from a business perspective. And after that class, I left there going, I'm now going to have more time to do what I love, which is connecting with people and talking to people and actually having those human interactions. I'm going to have more time with my family. I'm going to have less time sitting at my computer and crying about being stuck or not being able to find the words that I'm looking for, or pushing through those creative blocks. And more time for things I love and things that I'm good at and things that I'm passionate about, and less time in worry and stress and the monkey work, as I call it, of the things that I struggle with in my business. Raise your hand if you have a business, and and you may work with other people as well, but raise your hand if you're it. Raise your hand if you, even if your business is just taking care of your kids, whatever it is, whatever your work is that you do in life, raise your hand if you're it. Okay, raise your hand if you don't have an entire team of people behind you to do things for you. Okay, okay, yep, there it is. Brittany's like, I'm it. There's so many of us that have this huge desire to do things in the world, to do something big, to make a meaningful impact. But we spend a lot of time having to do things that we're either not really good at or we don't really want to do because we're it. We're it. There we go. Susan, I'm it. Right. And so, what happened was, I was so closed off to this idea. And I also had a personal breakthrough that I create a lot of chaos in my life. Okay. I purposely create a lot of chaos in my life because I find comfort there. Okay. Um, Rhonda's raising hands too. I, and I found so much joy and so much possibility in using the chatbot this weekend and learning to use it in a way that is going to benefit me in my life and in my business. I almost didn't get to have this experience. I almost didn't get to take some of this stress and chaos, yep, off my plate. And imagine if I know that I am a powerful creator and I know that I make the biggest impact when I get to have human interaction with people, and I have created a situation where I have so much work because there's things that I'm not allowing to be taken off my plate. Imagine the disservice now that we're doing to the world because we're stubborn and we don't want to try. We're closed off to the joy. Okay, we're closed. We put a wall up and we say, okay, I'm not into this. And we create an expectation or a boundary or an assumption. What does assume mean, boys and girls? We create an assumption about how something is going to be. And because we haven't even tried, we haven't even given it a chance, we haven't given it we listen to all of this outside, like, this is what it is, and this is how it's bad, and all of that outside chatter. The inside chatter that we create of assuming based on other experiences that we've had or what have you. And now we've done all of this work to actively block the positive thing, the positive change that needs to happen in our lives. And we do this with joy. We do this with joy. How many of us have said, it's raining outside, ain't nothing good going on out there, I'm not going out today, and completely changed our plans? What if the rain, what if you were supposed to go out in the rain? Like, what joy are you blocking from your life because you've now created, it's going to be bad out there, I'm not even stepping outside? I'm not going to work with this kind of person because the last time I did, it was bad, so I'm just not going to do it. What if that person was going to change your life? But we get so scared and we create these boundaries and we create the chaos, we create these experiences in our life that we're completely blocking off joy. Now, I'm not saying not to listen to your intuition. Intuition is super important. If you have something telling you, Jessica, don't go outside, don't go outside. Okay. But when you can recognize the difference between, this is my intuition speaking and this is me being stubborn, you're not going to block off that joy anymore. So literally all of this stuff about AI was me being stubborn. It was me making assumptions that this technology is going to replace human interaction and that's a bad thing and people aren't going to be creative anymore and it's going to take me. You guys know the movie WALL-E by Disney? And at the end of the movie, they see all the really big people in the, floating around in the blimp being lazy and not doing anything. I'm like, that in my mind, that's where AI is leading to, right? I'm like, we're all going to be 500 pounds and sitting in a blimp floating around the world. Like, it's going to be this hard. When I catastrophize people, listen, that's what I do. I do it well. And so I created this whole thing. And literally in a matter of seconds, my mind was able, because I tried, because I just gave it a shot. The course of my entire business is about to change. My life is going to change because now I recognize that I'm going to have more time for the things I love and more time to actually create impact and not get so caught up in the details of things. So this week, we're going to look at, first of all, we're going to look at, I want you to think about throughout the week, how am I blocking my joy? Are there times when I'm not seeing the clear difference between my intuition and being stubborn? Okay. Am I pulling a Jessica? It's the question this week. And we're going to have a little fun for the rest of the week. So I asked the trusty chatbot, I said, how can people experience more joy in their life? And chatbot came back with, experiencing more joy in life is a common desire, and there are several things you can do to increase joy and happiness in your life. Here are some suggestions. And it laid out for me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different things. We're going to talk about 4 of them for the rest of this week. Okay, so we're going to kind of let this AI run the show. We're going to see what it says about these different things. The one that we're not going to talk about that came up, is practice gratitude. And the reason why is because we're going to have Sharon Saraga Walters come on the show the first week of May, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And we're going to have a deep dive into gratitude and the gratitude and joy relationship. So I'm super pumped about that. We're not going to touch the gratitude suggestion. Okay. And let me see, which other one are we not going to do? We're not going to do we're not going to do the engage in activities you enjoy. It says engaging in activities that you find enjoyable can increase joy and happiness in life. I think most of us are good at that part. I think most of us have a handle on, if it feels good, I'm going to do it. It's some of the more sticky things that we might struggle with. Okay. So we're going to let that one go. We're going to thank you, chatbot, for giving us that idea of engaging in activities you enjoy. Thank you for telling us to practice gratitude, but we're getting at that in a later time. And do you see how just in that, I've now added the human to what it said to me? I've added the human to it. So we're going to be adding the human to what the AI said the rest of the week as we dive into the different ideas it gives us. And we've also added the human by going, no, we're going to talk about the gratitude later. We've already got a handle on activities you enjoy. So we're going to talk about the other things instead. So there's the myth that was busted, that the myth that I created, that it was going to take the humanity out of it. Could it? Absolutely. But the beauty of being a human is we get to decide, we get to input ourselves into different things. So it's really cool. It's really cool. How many of you guys have played? Let me know as we're going into the next segment, and I'm going to pull answers up at the end. How many of you guys have played with AI? That's question 1. Number 2, let me know like your general feeling about it. Are you happy about it? Are you indifferent? Are you closed off? Let me know. And let me know if anything that I've said has shifted your opinion about it at all as well. So kind of a three-part question there. And while you guys are putting the answers in the chat, I'm going to quickly get to our birthdays today. Let me know if you have a birthday you're celebrating. All right. So birthdays. In the celebrity world, actress Jennifer Garner has a birthday today. I just love her. Jennifer Garner is one of my favorite actresses, and I especially love 13 Going on 30. One of my favorite movies. It's so much fun for me. Love that movie. Also, Victoria Beckham, used to be known as Posh Spice in the Spice Girls, has a birthday today. We're going back to those WWF. Somehow we keep landing on wrestlers lately. He passed away in 2015, but Roddy Piper from WWF had a birthday today. And also rapper Redman has a birthday today. Happy birthday. The celebrities in my life, we have a few people having birthdays. James Rector, who's an inspiration in plant-based fitness. Happy birthday, James Rector. Also, Katie Williams, which we got to get together, Katie. Katie lives in Connecticut. I met her online and we still haven't met in person yet, so it needs to happen. Tracy Garrity, who I went to high school with. Happy birthday, Tracy. I hope you have an amazing day. And the Antos, who you may know from the Breakthrough Show Network. You may know his husband, Prophet Jeremy Witcher. Calvin Witcher is the AKA for Theantos, and he's celebrating a birthday today as well. So happy birthday to you. All right, so here we go. Birthday song. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Jennifer Garner, Victoria Beckham, Roddy Piper, Redman, James Rector, Theantos, Katie Williams, and Tracy Garrity. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to all those that are celebrating today. Whoever celebrated over the weekend, happy birthday to you as well. I was going to plan on getting my list together for the weekend, but it didn't work out this morning because your girl woke up late. So let me go back to the comments here. Susan said, have not wanted AI, was closed off. You have opened me to it today. I'm so glad, because I think the key is, like we've talked about, that look, it's like anything else in life. It can be used for good or bad. And when we keep the humanity in it, when we choose to use it as a way for us to be more passionate about the things that we love, have more time with our families, I don't see it as a horrible thing. I don't see it as a horrible thing. Laura Staley's in the audience. Hi, my friend. It's good to see you. 13 going on 30. Yes, love this movie and Jennifer Garner. And keep being human with the AI. That's the key. AI cannot take the human out. The only one that can take the human out is humans. That's it. That's just it. Like the only, like, and that's a mind-blowing moment here, you guys, because the only one that can take the humans out of anything is humans. That's it. Sharon says, yes, I've experienced AI. It's okay. I still need more time to decide. I think not being born into this technology world takes more time for me to wrap myself around this. And I think, look, to be fair, my generation didn't start off with the technology. We've lived to watch it, like we didn't start off that way, and we lived to watch it happen. While you're a little more seasoned than I am, Sharon, it still is a situation where it's the same thing for you. So I've sort of been shifting this mindset, instead of, because I am a nostalgic person. I am a get outside, no technology, play until the lights come on, and make sure you tell your mom where you are. I'm an answering machine, cassette tape, vinyl record spinning human being over here. Okay. And that's where my mind automatically goes. And I think that nostalgia part of me is part of why I was closed off as I was. But I'm shifting my mindset to what a privilege it has been for our generation to live in that time where we didn't have those things. And we've gotten to watch the evolution. We've gotten to watch the evolution of it. Like, how cool is that? We've gotten to experience both things. Both things. And while it may be a little like, we're digging our heels in, and I just remember my grandfather saying we used to walk all that way, not, we didn't do like get a ride or whatever. And like, I remember that. And I remember that there are times when I become that grumbling grandpa. And I go, I'm not doing this because that's not the way it's done, And I'm not at all, not at all calling you a grumbling grandpa, Sharon, but I'm making the point, like, we all do it. We all sometimes get wrapped up in, this is the way that it should be. This is the way that it's always been done. I wasn't born into this, so it's hard, or whatever the situation is. And I think once you, like, even going from Friday to Saturday for me, I tried it Friday by myself and I was like, man, this is really cool. Saturday, I was taught how to use it in a way that would benefit me. And then my jaw hit the floor. Then I was like, oh my God, this is going to be such a godsend in my business. It's going to be incredible. Kevin Kiley is here. I love you, my friend. It's good to see you today. Kevin Kiley, by the way, you guys, BTW. Kevin Kiley has a new inspirational song coming out on Friday. And I am going to take a moment, and I know we run over today, but this is important. Más importante. Okay, very important. Where did I put it? Here it is. Here it is. What you guys are going to do when the show is over is you're going to click this link in the comments, and you are going to pre-save Kevin Kiley's new song, Climbing, that is premiering on Friday. And this is going to be the inspirational song of your life. Okay? Because we all need to climb to that next level. We all need to be encouraged in our journey. And this song is going to do that for you. And I've had the privilege of helping Kevin work behind the scenes and preparing for the release of this song. So click the link, pre-save the song. And Kevin may be visiting us on the show on Friday for release day. Okay. Of course, you're so welcome. It's very exciting. And I'm thrilled to have heard it first. Uh-huh. I'm trying over here. I'm trying. All right, you guys, I hope you are set up to have an amazing day. Let me know if you have any questions about any of the things that we talked about today as well. I'm always happy to give you a little look into what I'm using or what I'm doing and why it's important to me in more detail. But I'm excited because the rest of the week, AI is running the show. We're gonna see what it's come up with of how we experience more joy in our life. So stay tuned, you guys, for the rest of the week. I'm your host, Jessica Dugas, and I want to encourage you to make joy a priority in your life today and every day. I'll see you tomorrow, guys. Bye.